Hello, Kings fans. My name is Dylan Baker, and we welcome you into our new show, Kings Connected. Each week, we will be showing you and greeting one player who is committed to the Camoka Kings for the 2020-2021 season. We're very excited to bring you all of them and share all their stories leading into this campaign. Obviously, it's a very tough time right now, and we'd like to thank the frontline workers for their continued tremendous effort in trying to make this transition into a new normal as easy as possible. Thank you to everybody who is working so hard to keep us safe. It is greatly appreciated. Today, I'm joined by Josh Tidgwell, a defenseman who played with the London Junior Knights last season and even made 7 games as an AP with the Camoka Kings last year. We're very excited to get a chance to chat with him. We'll bring him in right now. I'm now joined by Josh Tidgwell. Josh, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Obviously, it's a tough time right now, but trying to stay as good as I can at home, trying to stay in shape as well. So you played your minor hockey with the London Junior Knights, Josh, playing 18U last year. What was that experience like for you, and what were you able to take away from it?
I thought it was personally a really good choice to stay back and play another year of Major Midget instead of moving up a level or something. It just helped me, I feel, develop a lot more instead of maybe moving up to Junior B and then not playing as much, whereas when I was there, I got all the ice time I needed and it helped me develop a lot more. And being able to still AP with Camoka helped a lot, and it just all worked out perfect. And we had a good team, and it was just an all-around good year. I think it all worked out really well.
That's great. And you mentioned it. You played as an AP with the Kings for 7 games last year. What did you learn about the Junior B level in your time?
It's definitely a lot faster. So as soon as you get the puck, you don't have as much time. You almost already have to know what you're doing with it before you get it. And the guys are obviously all just older and bigger and stronger. So that was one thing I've been trying to work on, is just putting on some weight and gaining some more muscle. But other than that, I didn't find it too difficult, but everyone's definitely faster and stronger.
So how do you adapt as a defenseman to that added speed at the Junior B level?
Just sort of keeping your gap and trying to take them early and not letting them build up that speed and get those crossovers in.
So how did you get started as an AP with the Kings?
My dad asked he worked with one of the guys, and he just sort of put a mention in and just sort of threw my name in there. And then I think I saw Colin might have been at one of my games, and then after that they were at one of my practices, and they just pulled me over to the side and asked me to come out to a practice, and then after that I just played some games with them.
That's awesome. And you, as we mentioned earlier in the show, you committed to the Kings for the 2021 season. What went into that decision for you?
Definitely it helped a lot that I would plan on going to school here as well. So that helped a lot with me making that choice. And just the guys were very inviting last year. The coaches were super nice, and it just seems like a good spot for me.
So how do you balance as a student athlete your schoolwork and your time on the ice with the Kings?
It definitely could be tough, but it's just less rest sort of. Whenever I have free time, I'll have to do my schoolwork, so that way I don't have any of that on my mind when I go to play.
So you have everyone has a different play style. If you had to describe yours, what can Kings fans expect from Josh Tidgwell in a Kings uniform next year?
I feel I like being physical. You won't see me make too many rushes with the puck. I like jumping up in the play to be like a high guy or something, but other than that, I just think I'm a steady defenseman, and I make good first pass, and I enjoy being physical.
Every good team, in my mind, needs a strong physical defenseman. You are listed as 6'3". How do you think your height helps your game?
It definitely helps with my reach. So coming back, you can almost make it deceptive by holding your stick in closer, and then they don't expect sort of the reach you have. And then it definitely helps with my stride and just it being longer. And yeah.
That's awesome because, there's so much added reach when you get taller, and it's great. It's a great asset to have as a defenseman. Now, Rube Chanard, the Kings president and GM, said that you were one of the first players he targeted, along with the rest of the front office and coaching staff heading into this offseason. What's your reaction to this?
That's great to hear. It makes me feel good sort of going in, knowing I'm one of the top sort of recruits. And then I also just sort of figured it when Colin came out and was talking to me, and he sort of asked me to talk to some of the guys on my team to see if they wanted to come out. And it seemed a few of them worked out, but I'm not too sure.
That's great. And so what did you learn from your coaches last year? You mentioned you thought it was the right decision to play another year of midget with the Junior Knights. What did you learn from your coaches last year? And what do you think Colin Martin and his staff can bring to your game this season?
I definitely learned last year that you definitely have to play like all as one. Like if one guy's in a scrum, then everybody should be. He was big on that, that we're a team, and if one guy messes up, we all mess up. Or if one guy plays well, like everyone gets rewarded for it. That was sort of a big thing with Brian. He was just a big, like, we're one big team here. There's no sort of groups or individuals. And then I feel with Colin, he definitely, I feel, would bring more of the offensive defenseman out of me than Brian definitely did. So I'm excited for that.
How important is that all as one mentality in a team's success?
I feel it's very important because a few years that I've played, there's been like sort of even off the ice, like sort of cliques in the room or sort of like there's just groups. But this year, everyone talked to everyone and everyone was close. And I found that just helped us on the ice and just off the ice of everyone loving each other and just having fun. It made the game more fun.
That's awesome. And going back to last year, it was cut short, obviously, with the pandemic. What memories can you take away from it?
For sure, just the bus rides to Windsor were a lot of fun. And the one tournament we had, I think it was Toronto, that was a good time. It was one of the first ones and really just got to know everyone.
That's great. And final question now. What have you been doing through isolation to get yourself ready for next season?
I purchased a pair of rollerblades, so I've been doing that just with like a green biscuit on the road, my stick and gloves. Been shooting some real pucks in my backyard and just been trying to do all the workouts I can with everything I have.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us today, Josh.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
It was great to sit down and chat with Josh Tidgwell of the London Junior Knights last season and committed to the Camoka Kings this year. He has a lot of great stories to tell about his time in junior hockey with the Junior Knights. That time is, of course, over. He's committed to the Kings for next season. He's got a great season ahead of him. As he mentioned, Colin Martin and his coaching staff, Mike Riatti, can bring so much to his game. And he learned a lot last year in his final year with the Junior Knights. And great to hear all the values and experiences that he had last season. Great memories as well that he was able to make. And hopefully he can make some more in Camoka in 2020, 2021. Once again, we'd like to thank the frontline workers for their continued hard work in trying to keep everybody safe. It's greatly appreciated. And we thank you for joining us on episode 1 of Kings Connected. My name is Dylan Baker, and we'll see you all with another great guest in Matt Goff, who played with Josh Tidgwell last season, in the next episode